Shakti Shiva Tarot here with my hot mess of a hair. It's just, sometimes my hair be wild and crazy and untamable. And why do I feel like you or your person are the same way? So we have Tiger, Devil, and Swallowtail on the table. Tiger is pointing towards a desire. Devil is pointing towards maybe the codependency of that desire or addictions. And Swallowtail is showing me that there's the end of a road. So for some of you who are out there battling addictions, maybe you've been trying to starve your addictions. Maybe you're trying to, I just heard, do away with some of these behavioral patterns that you know are no longer serving your highest purpose. Yes, it's good to have desires, but not to the point of where these desires are controlling your life, right? And so I feel like this is about you taking control of your passions and your desires in life, because once again, we also have passions on the table. There's a heart expansion. We have Sagittarius and Capricorn and Pisces on the table again, as well as Leo. Capricorn, double time, literally just came out, Capricorn. I use and achieve. I feel like Capricorn is asking you to use your ability to create structure and routine and change your habits. This is about changing your habits to healthy habits, letting go of any desires that you know are pulling you out of your inner alignment, and finally laying them to rest. You know what they are. It says divine order, practice patience. Be patient with yourself during this process and know that you are at the end of your journey. You are almost at the end of the journey. You are in the last steps of that journey. So just hold on a little bit longer, especially for those of you who have been like holding out and not falling into your addictions and feeding into your addictions. You are almost at the tail end of that cycle. You're at the tail end of that cycle and it's almost over. So just hold on and pull through just a little bit longer. Change your perception. You are not bound by these addictions, by these illusions, these restrictions, okay? Show yourself some compassion and patience. Your heart is expanding. What's up, Chili? There is something potentially hidden in the ethers, but there is about to be some kind of illumination. We have the moon. Your soul is calling out to you. Your soul is calling out for change. Your soul is calling out for you to break illusions, step into your passions, follow your passions, expand your heart, explore your inner terrain. With Pisces here, this is your dreams, the dream realm. Give me a second. Shakti Shiva Tarot, I'm back. So Chili just did a down dog on my spread, like if it was a freaking yoga mat. Anyways, so we have double time Capricorn. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mars. My Venus is in Capricorn, so. Anyways, double Capricorn here on the table. Capricorn is hard-headed, stubborn, very structured, very traditional. They like stability. They like stable foundations. They like to feel safe. But this is also, the devil is also symbolized by the Capricorn as well. So there is something about your soul is calling out for you to overcome these addictions, battle any addictions. And how do you do that? Feed your passions. Instead of feeding your addictions, replace it with a passion. What do you like to do? Paint, draw, sing, surf, skate, play basketball, journal, write music, play an instrument, learn an instrument, right? Learn something new. Go out there and do something you've never done before. with the world here and Pluto transformation, there is definitely something potentially, oh my gosh, and the 10th house is also Capricorn. So we have Capricorn on the table 4 times technically, with the devil symbolizing Capricorn as well. So heavy Capricorn on the table. This is about creating structure in your world. Guess what? With Pluto coming in, you have no choice. Pluto comes in to transform your life and to create this structure. The world means you have the whole world as your oyster. You have the whole world to explore. There is beautiful things coming in. Expansion of the heart, the mind, your world is expanding. Explore your passions. Explore the things that light up your soul, that light your heart on fire. Tell me more about the moon card. What is being illuminated here? Regret. Somebody's regretting being careless with your heart, regretting, and you know, if somebody was stuck in addictions, of course they're going to regret being careless with your heart because they probably did not treat your heart very fairly, huh? Looks like they're hurting and in pain over this. But whoever this is, whether this is you or your person, you're ready to move into calmer waters. You're ready to let go of the pain. You're ready to let go of the sorrow. You're ready to let go of the regret. But there's an imbalance. There's an indecision. There's a need to create balance here. So how do we create balance? So there's a need to shift your perspective. Neptune. The Hangman is Neptune energy, very Pisces energy. This can blur the lines. It can create illusions, but also, like I said, it's very dreamy, spiritual. So this can be a very spiritual connection, but if there is addictions involved, then that's guaranteed part of the reason why they were being careless with your heart. Maybe they broke your heart. Maybe they, you know, they did something to... What was that? They did something to misplace your trust is what I heard. Okay, so this is funny because these two came out earlier and I put them back in and they came out together again. So somebody regrets not learning, not saying yes to this soul contract. Somebody is regretting being careless with your heart, with the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, rejecting your heart, right? So this person just seemed bored with all of the options, even this option that was being handed to them by the divine. You see that? That's the hand of God, the hand of the divine, handing them the beautiful cup, which was probably you, right? You are this beautiful cup of love that were like, you were offering them your love and they weren't even recognizing it. They weren't even looking at these ones. Now, these ones are empty. This one is full of magical elixir. This one, he's realizing, or she's realizing, that these cups are spilled. She's got one in her hand and one is spilling out, pouring by her foot. It's like reckless and careless with your heart. When you were divinely guided to this person, because there is a higher level, a spiritual connection. Like I said, this is a spiritual connection with the Neptune and the Pisces here. And the swallowtail, this is a fated spiritual connection. You guys have a higher mission. You in the spiritual realm with your person, you guys decided to come here and separate and find each other. You guys made a pact in the spiritual realm to find each other and to wake each other up. And so if you were like this, unawoken, your person comes in and they wake you up. There's this massive illumination. It could be guided by the cycles of the moon, but there is this great expansion happening. And what is the advice here from Spirit? What do we need to know? Waiting for the right conditions. Somebody's feeling abandoned. Somebody's feeling like they were left out in the cold. And there's gonna, okay, so for those of you who were abandoned, ghosted, left out in the cold, waiting for a response. And this person was careless with your heart. You know, you offered your cup and they rejected you. Now they're regretting this. They're regretting ghosting. They're regretting walking away. They're regretting. Why? Because they've had a shift in perspective. There's been a shift in perspective. I feel like this person is waiting for the right conditions to send you an apology. It's going to come in the form of, it's just a small gesture, a small communication. You know, it might not be this grand gesture apology, but there is going to be a communication that comes with the potential apology attached to it. So what is your advice? What is your advice? What is your advice? You have a choice. This is your perfect match. This is your true match, your beloved. You have a choice. Look at this. You have a choice. You can choose the truth of what your soul desires, of what your souls came here to do. You can choose the truth of your path. You can choose to accept the mission of your soul contract and say yes to this happily ever after. Say yes to this emotional fulfillment. Be victorious, publicly recognized. You can choose that, or you can choose to walk away. It's up to you. The choice is yours. But you do have a contract with this person if you so choose to say yes and accept this contract. So that's up to you. I'm going to leave it there. Keep your heart open. Just continue to be your compassionate, loving self and shine your light wherever you go, because there's an evolution from this energy. You no longer need to be in this energy. This is what's closing out. This is what is attached to that devil, right? The codependencies, the addictive behaviors. Once that closes out, once we can close out our own addictions, our own internal toxicity and behaviors and negative thoughts and ways of being, then we can open up ourselves to this alignment of this beautiful soul love that is already contracted to reach the fullest potential.